Shalom, 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 Yashala. Dawa Daban Yashala here, bringing out another episode of bringing out the precepts. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Abba, Nawa, Yahawah, BahaSham, Hamashiach, Yahawashi, BahaSham, Qadash. Another episode of bringing out the precepts. But before we get into the lesson, I want to bring out a few precepts in honor of Thanksgiving. Or you devils that are honoring this day, the killing of all our brothers and sisters, all the Native Americans killed, that everybody's honoring during this Thanksgiving Day. First precept I want to bring out is Amos 5, starting with the 21st verse, and it reads, Amos 5:21 reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Again, Amos 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. So Most High hates these so-called folly days. Thanksgiving, Satan Claus Day, Independence Day. I mean, you just go on and on and on. St. Valentine's Day. That's why there's always a massacre on St. Valentine's Day, the Most High casting judgment against his wicked-ass land. Amos 5:21, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. Amos 5:22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and meat offerings, I will not accept them. All your prayers as you're sitting down for your Thanksgiving dinner and bringing out some prayers to the Most High, he's not accepting in point blank and period. Amos 5:22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Amos 5:23, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. Read it again, Amos 5:23, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. All those so-called Satan Claus, Christmas carols, as this wicked-ass man calls them, Most High is not dealing with them, point blank and period. He ain't accepting them. He's saying take away the vile melody of them songs. I mean, just want to bring out that the precept, and I'm going to go to the book of Isaiah. Book of Isaiah, the first chapter, starting from the 13th verse. Isaiah, first chapter, 13th verse, and it reads, bring no more vain obligations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and the Shabbats, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meetings. Isaiah, first chapter, 14th verse, your new moons and your appointed feast days, my soul hateth. Again, the precept, Amos 5:21. Isaiah, first chapter, 14th verse, your new moons, your feast days, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. Isaiah 1:15, and when ye spread forth your hands, I would hide my eyes from you. Yeah, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. Read it again, Isaiah 1:15th verse. And when ye spread forth your hands, I would hide my eyes from you. Yeah, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. So that's what the Holy Scriptures talk about, your Thanksgiving Day, the killing of all over 77 million Native American brothers and sisters that were killed in this wicked nation honors on so-called Thanksgiving Day. Just wanted to bring out those two precepts and get into the lesson. Bringing out the precept, giving all praise and glory to Abba, Nawa, Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi, BahaSham, Qadash. And today's precept lesson is going to be titled, Woe, Destruction, to the bloody city. Woe, which in the Bible means destruction, to the bloody city. It's the title of the precepts, bringing them out. First precept I'm going to bring out, I'm going to go to Ezekiel, book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, starting with the first verse. Ezekiel 22, starting from the top. And it reads, Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yea, thou shalt shew her all her abominations. Read it again, Ezekiel 22, starting from the top. Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Now, thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yeah, thou shalt show her all abominations. Abomination to include honoring the so-called pagan, demonic, wicked, folly days that this wicked society in Babylon honors. The Most High is judging his land, judging his bloody city for all the wickedness and demonic customs. That's why he told us don't go the way of the heathens. You know, Ezekiel 22 and verse 3. Then say thou, thus save Yahawah thy power. Thy city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself. Ezekiel 22 and verse 4. Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thine idols, which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years. Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen, and a marking to all countries. Okay, read it again from Ezekiel from the top. Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, verse 2, Now thou son of man, wilt thou judge? Wilt thou judge the bloody city? That's the topic that I want to break out today through the scriptures, the bloody city. And at the end, we're going to prove through the precepts which is the bloody city that's mentioned during this lesson. Thou shalt shew her all her abominations. Verse 3, then say thou, thus say Yahawah thy power, the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself. Verse 4, Ezekiel 22 and 4, thou art become guilty in thy blood, and thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thy idols, which thou hast made. All these phony idols, all these phony statues throughout the land of Babylon, aka America. That's who he's referring when he says her. Through the scriptures, talking about Babylon, Babylon the Great, aka America, the United States of America. And thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years. Therefore I made thee a reproach unto the heathen, and a marking to all the countries. All the countries that have ties with the United States of America, you're going to be judged. Point blank and period. Let's get a precept. Let's go to the book of Nahu. The book of Nahu, starting with the third chapter, and starting from the top. Nahu 3 and 1, and it reads, Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Repeat it again. Nahu 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. Robbery of the heritage of the Most High's people, the children of Israel. took him into captivity. To this day, you're going to be judged. The Most High, every morning, sends out judgment to this wicked land and faileth not. That's per Zephaniah, 3rd chapter, 5th verse. Every morning, the Most High casts his judgment against his wicked land. That's why people getting judged every day during these folly days. You see in the news how many people getting shot, people getting killed in motor vehicle accidents. Doesn't matter. It's judgment of the Most High. He says, he lets them know. See, even I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. The Most High is in control. Point blank and period. You can't get around it. Nahum 3rd chapter, 2nd verse. The noise of a whip, and the noise of rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. Nahum 3 verse 3. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpse. That's going to happen to every single day to the Most High, and Yahawashi Mount cracks that sky, casting judgment against you wicked ass people, honoring Thanksgiving and Satan Day. All that folliness. Nahum 3 verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-flavored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft. That's the United States of America, point blank and period, cut and dry. Nahum 3 verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-flavored harlot. Who is that? America. Babylon the Great, aka the United Snakes of America. The mistress of witchcraft. That's all these pagan holidays, putting these trees in your dwelling and decking it with silver and gold, as per Jeremiah 10 and 2. It's an abomination to the Most High God. And throughout this holiday, so-called holiday folly season, you're going to see all these people getting judged. The mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredom and families through her witchcraft, point blank and period. Nahum 3 and 5, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahawah of hosts, and I will Salakia, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Nahum 3 and 6, and I will cast an abomination filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. The Most High is against all these days. That's why this nation is being judged for putting the children of Israel in captivity to this day. To this day, you go to Baruch, the 3rd chapter, 8th verse. We're still captives in this land and subject to payments, paying for everything, water, wood, no matter what, a marriage license, driver's license, you name it, rent, light, gas payment, car payment, everything, subject to payments. That proves who are the children of Israel. And we all know, per the precepts, that Judah and Israel were captives together. All this folliness of that I see on the internet. But people just unlearned and unstable, and they wrestle with the scriptures. Let's go to the next precept. Let's go back to the book of Ezekiel. Talk about this bloody city. Ezekiel 24, starting from the 6th verse. Ezekiel 24 and 6 reads, wherefore thus say Yahawah thy power, woe to the bloody city, to the pots whose scum is therein, and whose scum is gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it. Read it again, Ezekiel 24, verse 6. Wherefore, thus saith Yahawah thy power, woe to the bloody city, to the pots whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it. Ezekiel 24 and 7. for her blood is in the midst of her. She sets it upon the top of the rock. She pours it not upon the ground to cover it with dust. Ezekiel 24:8, that it might cause fury to come upon to take vengeance. I have set her blood upon the tops of the rock, that it should not be covered. Most High sees all the wickedness, demonic, wicked acts that this nation is doing throughout the four corners of the earth, and it's going to be judged. The bloody city, Ezekiel 24:9. Therefore, save Yahawah thy power. Woe to the bloody city. I will even make the pile for fire great. We all know what's coming when he's talking about fire. Thermonuclear destruction coming to so-called AKA America. Babylon the Great. Ezekiel, I'm repeat it again, Ezekiel 24:9. Therefore, thus say Yahawah thy power, woe to the bloody city. I would even make the power for fire great. Ezekiel 24:10. Heap on wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh. Again, thermonuclear destruction that's coming to this land. And spice it well, and let the bones be burned. Gone. Ezekiel 24:11. Then set it empty upon the coals thereof, that the brass of it may be hot and may burn. And we know through the precepts that the Most High and Yahawashi and Masiach is coming with fire. Malachi 4:1 is going to burn as an oven. I mean, all through the scriptures, talk about the fire and the heat, the fervent heat that's coming to this land, that is going to burn brass, may be hot and may burn, and that the filthiness of it may be melted in it, that the scum of it may be consumed. All you wicked heathen nations, and 2/3 of you Israelites that turn your back against the Most High God, Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi, you're going to go into that lake of fire that's mentioned in the precepts. Ezekiel 24:12. She has wearied herself with lies, and her great scum went not forth out of her. Her scum shall be in the fire. Precept after precept, and that's what's coming to this land, fire. Ezekiel 24:13. In thy filthiness is lewdness, because I have purged thee, and thou wast not purged. Thou shalt not be purged from thy filthiness any more, till I have caused my fury to rest upon thee. Tell you, woe to the bloody city. Destruction's coming to America. Oh, you people better wake up, because you're going to feel that fervent heat. You're going to feel that fervent heat. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. Ezekiel 24:14. As Yahawah has spoken, it shall come to pass. Gone. And I will do it. I'm going to read it again. Ezekiel 24 and verse 14. I, Yahawah, have spoken it. It shall come to pass, and I will do it. Or you people want to mock the Most High. Galatians 6:7. The Most High is not mocked. What you sow is what you're going to reap. And fire and destruction is coming to this bloody city. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. I will not go back, neither will I spare, neither will I repent. According to thy ways and according to thy doings shall they judge thee, saith Yahawah thy power. I'm going to read it again because it sounds so sweet. Ezekiel 24 and verse 14. I, Yahawah, have spoken it. It shall come to pass, and I will do it. I will not go back, neither will I spare, neither will I repent. According to thy ways and according to thy doings shall they judge thee, saith Yahawah thy power. All praise and glory, man. That's what's coming to this land. You people can mock the Most High, but the Most High is not mocked. And he tells you here, it shall come to pass, and he will do it. Neither will he spare anyone that's wicked and demonic, neither repent. He's not even going to repent, so you know it's coming, because we all know he's coming with a sword. He's not coming for peace. He's not coming to bring flowers and bring love to everybody that's wicked against the Most High God, Yahawah, and turn their back. And 2/3 of Israel, through the scriptures, we all know it through Zechariah, 2/3 of Israel is going to be caught up in that nuclear destruction that's coming to that bloody city. Woe to that bloody city. Let's get a precept. Let's go to Habakkuk, second chapter, starting with the 12th verse. Habakkuk 12, 2 and 12. Habakkuk 2 and 12 reads, Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity. Habakkuk 2 and 12, and read it again. Woe to him, destruction to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity. Habakkuk 2 and 13, Behold, it is not of Yahawah of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Read it again, Habakkuk 2 and 13. Behold, it is not of Yahawah of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. Habakkuk 2 and 14, For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahawah as the water covers the seas. After the total destruction and the new Jerusalem, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The knowledge of the Most High is the only one that's going to be existing out here. Scriptures tell us that there'll be no more wars. There'll be no more demonic or wicked people, ungodly people. They're all going to die in that fervent heat. Woe to the bloody city. Point blank and period. Can't get around it. Next precept I'm bringing, let's go to the book of Lamentations. Lamentations, 4th chapter, starting with the 12th verse. Lamentations 4, verse 12 reads, The kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world. Read it again. The kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world. But John 3:16 says, so, Yahawah so loved the world of Israel, his people. Lamentation 4 and 12, the kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem. That's cut and dry. Talk about that the salvation is for everybody. Would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy, we all know the Most High has enemy. If you read Psalms, the 83rd chapter, he names, there's 10 nations named right there, including Amalek, so-called white devils that are out there in Israel right now. I mean, the Philistines, they're all in, if you read the Psalms, 83rd chapter, he talks about woe to thine enemies, because they hate Israel. That Israel, I hate to, matter of fact, let me bring it out. Let's go to Psalms real quick. Psalms 83. Psalms 83, starting with, verse 3. Verse 2. I'm going to start at verse 2. Psalms 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. The Most High, how can he's coming for everybody? How can he save everybody when he has enemies? People are simple. 83 and 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who is thy people? The children of Israel. To this day, being held in captives to this day in this wicked land, and consulted against thy hidden ones. 83 and 4, they have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Who is he referring to? That the name of Israel may no longer be in remembrance. Well, if the scriptures say that the name of Israel may no more be in remembrance, how could those so-called red devils out there that call themselves Israelites call themselves the people of the Most High God, Yahawah? Damn lie, and they're gonna pay. That's why judgment's coming to this bloody city. Let's go to verse 6. Drop down to verse 6. The tabernacle of Edom, the Ishmaelites, Moabs, Haragenes, Ammon, Amalek, Philistines, Tyre, Ashur. Names. The Most High has enemies, but you simpletons believe that he's coming for everybody because you just don't, you wrestle with the scriptures, you're unlearned, and it's not for you. We all know that. Psalms 147, 19, 20, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is only given to Judah and Israel, point blank, period. He hasn't dealt so with any nation. Psalm 78, 4 and 5 lets us know it's the law, statute, commandments only given to Israel, point blank and period. You go to Baruch, 3rd chapter, 35th verse, 36th verse. His wisdom and knowledge and understanding is only given to Israel. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Talk about the Most High. It's coming for everybody. I'm a precept lamentation. Let's go to Book of Deuteronomy 28, starting with the 49th verse. Deuteronomy 28 and 49 reads, Yahawah shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We all know who this nation is, this wicked nation, so-called, aka as eagle. We all know who's the symbol of eagles through the Roman captivity, you go on and on, Babylonian captivity. You go on, and if you really know your scriptures, if you learn, you know who's using the symbol as the eagle now, the United States of America, point blank and period. A nation of fierce countenance shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young. Same thing, but remember, what you reap is what you're going to sow, point blank and period. What you reap is what you're going to sow. Let's go back to Lamentations, Book of Lamentations, going to the 5th chapter, starting from the top. Lamentations, starting from the top. Remember, Yahawah, what is come upon us, consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Same precepting from Psalms 83 of the so-called devils took our heritage, took our language. That's why I mentioned Deuteronomy 28, 49, the language that we didn't understand. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. But yet these devils want to call the children of Israel aliens, and they are the true aliens. They are the true aliens. I'm reading it again. Lamentation 5, starting from the top. Remember, Yahawah, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans, verse 3, we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are widows. Lamentations 5 and verse 4, we have drunken our water for money. Right now, we have to pay for water. Well, water comes from the heavens through the Most High God, Yahawah. Our wood is sold to us. You want to go keep warm in the winter, you got to buy your wood in this wicked demonic land. It proves who are the children of Israel, still in captivity. Lamentations 5 and 5. Our necks are under persecution, being persecuted throughout the four corners. I don't see Chinese. I don't see Japanese. I don't see so-called white men getting shot in the back, getting shot unarmed. Scriptures, through the scriptures, people want to say, well, how do you know you're the children of Israel? By the curses, by the captivity, but captivities that we've gone through. But yet, if it hasn't been for the Most High, there'd be none of us still out here. So grace and mercy is to the children of Israel. You find it out throughout the scriptures. Isaiah 14, you find it out throughout the scriptures. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Why? Go to Psalms 83. Because these so-called nations confederate against us because they hate Israel. At that point blank and period. They hate Israel. So how can the Most High God come for everybody? You people are simple, and you're going to be destroyed. And you Israelites better repent and come back to the law, statute, and commandments of the Most High. You're going to burn with the heathen. Those are not my words. I read in the Bible, and I'm bringing out the precepts. Woe to the bloody city. Let's go back to the book of Ezekiel. Talk more about these devils. Ezekiel 7, chapter 7, starting from the 21st verse. Ezekiel 7 and 21 reads, "And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey." I just read in Lamentations 5, the aliens and given to the strangers. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, the strangers, point blank. Ezekiel 7:21, "And I will give it into the hands of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it." Who's polluting this land? With the GMO foods, chemtrail, I mean, you name it. I mean, all the trees, the plants, the animals, you name it. Everybody hates the so-called people ruling this earth right now. The earth is mourning on the earth right now. Read it again, Ezekiel 7:21, "And I will give it into the hands of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth." Job 9:24 precepts that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, point blank and period, for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, but you have to live through the law, statutes, and commandments to get a good understanding of the precepts of the Most High God, Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi. Ezekiel 7 and 22, "My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place." Secret place. We all know the land of the Most High. And they polluting Israel right now. The number one gay capital of the world is in Israel right now. The biggest gay parade is held right now with the red devils out there calling themselves Israelites, wishing to be the true Yahawah. Ezekiel 7 and 22, "My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers shall enter it and defile it." Point blank and period. I covered that. The robbers, the strangers, the wicked. Ezekiel 7 and 23, "Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence." I'm going to read it again. So I'm going to start at 22. Get to the point again. Ezekiel 7 verse 22, "My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers shall enter into it and defile it." When was it entered into? It wasn't put, those so-called red devils weren't put wasn't put in Israel through the Most High God, Yahawah. That was the British mandate in 1948. But you people, you want to mock the Most High. You don't know your history. You don't know the precepts. You don't understand the Bible because it's not for you. It's only given to Yahawah, Judah and Israel, the southern and northern kingdom. Point blank and period. That's to the point. Ezekiel 7:23, "Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence." Ezekiel 7 and 24, "Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen." Read it again. Ezekiel 7:24, "Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathens." Worst of the heathens, this so-called Amalek running the earth right now, that's given to the hands of the wicked. Amalek that's running, so-called Illuminati, so-called Rothschild, Rockefeller, all these so-called devils that the Bible speaks of. Ezekiel 7:24, "Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathens, and they shall possess their houses." They shall possess their houses. Whose houses? The children of Israel, Yahawah. "I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease." Repeat, I will also make the pomp, because they think that the United States of America, they think they're the superpower of this whole world. You're not the superpower. The superpower is Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi. And you're going to see woe and destructions coming to the bloody city. "I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled." Ezekiel 7 and 25, "Destruction cometh." All praises to the Most High. Ezekiel 7 and 25, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and they shall be none. Read it again, Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and they shall be none. All praise and glory to BahaSham, Yahawashi. Telling you, destruction's coming to this bloody city. Point blank and period. Next precept I'm going to bring out is go to the book of Numbers. Throughout the Bible. It's all written throughout the Bible. Numbers, 35th chapter, starting with the 33rd verse. Numbers 35, starting with the 33rd verse, reads, So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. I'm going to read it again. Numbers 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. This land, so-called United States of America, the North Country that's mentioned in the Bible, we all know is North America, the United States of America, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. You so-called honoring the so-called Thanksgiving, or the killing of our Native American brothers and sisters, all the blood that's shed throughout this land. This land is built on top of all the children of Israel, point blank and period. But by the blood of him that shed it, Salakia. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. The only way America's going to be clean is when the nuclear destruction comes, and all the wicked and ungodly and demonic people straight into the lake of fire. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. Numbers 35 and 34. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, Yahawah, dwell amongst the children of Israel. We'll read it again. Salakia, number 35 and verse 34. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. So we know in the new Jerusalem, the new kingdom, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The Most High, for I, Yahawah, dwell amongst the children of Israel. Tell you, the devil's going to pay for all the crimes that you've done, all the blood that was shed in this wicked land. You're going to reap what you sow, point blank and period. Vengeance is of the Most High and Yahawashi. Vengeance is on them. Let's get a precept, go first book. Let's go to the book of Genesis. Genesis 9, starting with the 5th verse. Genesis 9, verse 5 reads, And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require life of man. Genesis 9 and verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. Precept upon precept. Read it again. Genesis 9 and verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. So it's for the blood that was shed, and the only way to clean this land is for you devils to shed your blood on this land, on this wicked demonic land. Point blank and period. I'm reading again, Genesis 9 and 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. Point blank and period. I mean, all through the scripture. Let's go to the book of Exodus, 21st chapters to 16th verse. Salakia. Exodus 21 verse 16 reads, And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, we all know transatlantic slave trade, through the Syrian captivity. The northern kingdom was put into captivity. the 1400s, and the southern kingdom in the 1600s. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, when the Messiah, Yahawashi Mashiach, cracks that sky, the children of Israel are still going to be held captive here in this wicked land. He shall surely be put to death. Exodus 21:60. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death. Point blank and period. Point blank and period. Let's go back to the book of Deuteronomy, bringing out some more precepts against you devils. Deuteronomy 24, verse 7. Deuteronomy 24, verse 7, precept upon precept. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die. I'm going to read it again. Deuteronomy 24 and verse 7, so you devils can find out your judgment from the Most High God, Yahawah, BahaSham, Yahawashi. Deuteronomy 24 and 7, if any man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put evil away from amongst you. You're going to reap what you sow. He that leadeth into captivity, not maybe, must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's the patience and faith of the saints. That's what's coming to this land, this bloody city. Woe and destruction coming to the bloody city. Let's go to... Let's start talking about this bloody city. Let's go to Revelations. Last book of the Bible. Revelation 18. Starting with the 4th verse. Revelation 18 and 4 reads, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. What are the plagues coming? Besides all that are mentioned in Exodus and Deuteronomy, the plague of the thermonuclear destruction that's coming to this bloody city. Repeat it again, Revelation 18, verse 4. And I hear another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Revelations 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Again, when you read through the precepts, her is talking about America. Revelation, the book of Revelation, talking about her is America, Babylon. Babylon the Great. Point blank and period for you people that unlearn. Destruction, woe to the bloody city. Point blank and period. Let's go to Revelations, to stay in the book of Revelations. Go to 3rd chapter, starting with the 10th verse. Revelations 3, verse 10. But because thou hast kept my word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Repeat it again. Because thou hast kept the words of my patience. That's the 1/3 of Israel that's living through the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, and are heeding to all the ordinances of Yasha Allah, and endured to the end. Revelation 3 and 10 reads, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Revelation 3 and 11, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Point blank and period. Destruction is coming to this bloody city. Destruction, woe, destruction to the bloody city. Now let's prove that. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, starting from the 50th verse. Jeremiah 50. starting from the 9th verse. You want to get more context and more understanding? Read the whole chapter. I'm going to just get to the key points. Jeremiah 50, verse 9. For lo, reads, for lo, I will raise and cause to come against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. For then she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. I'm going to read it again. Jeremiah 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come against Babylon. Woe to the bloody city, Babylon. Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, the United States of America. An assembly of great nations. We see all the prophecies unraveling right in front of our eyes. North Korea talking about Iran, Iran wanting to attack Israel. All these nations, they're all going to come against Babylon the Great, so-called United States of America. And they shall set themselves array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows. What is the modern day arrows? Or the thermonuclear destruction missiles that are coming. The missiles that are coming from all these nations to Babylon the Great. Woe to the bloody city. Bring it down. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows. Spare no missiles. For she has sinned against Yahawah. Read it again. Judgment coming to the United States of America. Babylon the Great. This is a future prophecy, and it's coming to pass when the Messiah cracks that sky. Jeremiah 15:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahawah. Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She has given her hand. Her foundation are fallen. But you read back in Revelations 18 chapter, Babylon, Allah, Babylon is fallen. Precept upon precept. Jeremiah 50 and 15. Shout against her round about. She has given her hands. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of Yahawah. Take vengeance upon her, and she, Salakia, for it is the vengeance of Yahawah. Take vengeance upon her, as she has done, do unto her. Cut and dry, point blank and period, to the point. Spare no arrows. Thermonuclear destruction is coming to this land. Woe, destruction to the bloody city. Woe to destruction to the bloody city. Get a couple of more precepts. Let's go to Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the old reads? How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? Meaning, how is the so-called superpower of the whole earth broken? How is Babylon a desolation amongst the nations? Through the spirit of Yahawah, Yahawashi, woe and destruction to the bloody city. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee. Read it again. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found, and also caught, because thou hast strifen against Yahawah. Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahawah has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of indignation. For this is the work of Yahawah, thy power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. I mean, point blank and period, destruction is coming to the bloody city. Woe. Jeremiah 15:29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her works, according to all that she has done, do unto her. It's cut and dry. For she has been proud against Yahawah, against the Holy One of Israel. Jeremiah 50 and 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets. And I want to read this part again. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war. You could line up your so-called powerful military. Trump could bring up his space, whatever patrol, what he wants to put together. Who are you going to fight? You're going to try to stop the BahaSham and Yahawashi? How simple you are. You devils are just simple. Again, Jeremiah 15:30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahawah. Cut and dry. Jeremiah 50:31. Behold, I am against thee. O thou must proud, saith Yahawah, thy power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. The Most High and the King of Kings, Lords of Lords of this wicked land calls Jesus the Christ, but his true name is Yahawashi HaMashiach in ancient Paleo Hebrew. The time has come that I will visit thee. Per Isaiah 11:11 states that the second coming of the Messiah to redeem a remnant of his people. I mean, you want to learn people and you people that turn away, from hearing the words of the Most High, you're going to be destroyed. Point blank and pray with the heathens. Jeremiah 50:32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and they shall devour all round about him. And I brought this point earlier. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus said Yahawah of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. We still to this day, per Baruch 3 in the 3rd chapter, we still in captivity in this wicked land, the bloody city. As mentioned throughout the scriptures, woe, destruction to the bloody city is coming to this land. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahawah, BahaSham Yahawashi, Yasha Allah. We have to endure to the end. The kingdom is nigh. Step away from the way of the heathen. Stop honoring these wicked, pagan, demonic, so-called folly days. That's Thanksgiving, Satan Claus, and all these wicked-ass holidays, so-called holidays here in this wicked land. Again, woe, destruction to the bloody city. With that, give all praise to Yahawah, BahaSham Yahawashi, BahaSham Rawchaa, Qadash. Shalom.